Hi, I am Subramanyam with Durga Software Solutions, Hyderabad. Today we are going to discuss about one of the most important soft skills needed for campus recruitment jobs. When we are working for campus placements, generally one of the recruitment process in campus interviews is group discussions. Group discussion is an integral part of recruitment process for many companies today. Without group discussions, they generally do not go for recruitment. Why it is so? Because this is the only one place where the recruiters will assess multiple skills at one go. Let us discuss ins and outs of group discussion today. Group discussions. Let me ask you this beautiful question. Why recruiters conduct group discussions? Generally, there are 4 interview rounds. Number 1 is written test, that is aptitude test, which includes arithmetic, reasoning and verbal English. Second, followed by group discussion or jam session. Third, technical round. Fourth, HR round. In most cases, most of the campus interviews happen even group discussion. Group discussion is one of the elimination process of recruitment. Group discussion, the moment we listen this word, many freshers today they get afraid, because out of 10 people in a group, only 1 or 2 will be shortlisted. 1 or 2 people will be shortlisted in the group discussions. So with that experience, people get afraid. Now, let me ask this question. Why do they conduct GDs? Why do they go for group discussion in the interviews, in the interview process? Number 1 reason is, when hundreds of people are there in the competition, then how to shortlist them? If I go for one-on-one HR interview, it takes days, it takes long hours, rather than if we go for group discussions, in a just short span of time, the recruiters will shortlist the candidates for final selection. Group discussion is conducted, number 1 reason is to cut short the recruitment process, to cut short their time, to save their time. For your information, group discussion is conducted to save their time. And second reason is, they assess multiple skills at one go. They have a choice, they have a chance to evaluate, analyze multiple skills at one go in candidates. That is the second priority of conducting group discussions in the campus interviews, even in company premises also. Group discussion is the only one place where the interviewer can get a chance to analyze multiple skills at one go. What are those multiple skills at one go they assess in candidates when we are participating in a group discussion? Let us see those skills. The skills assessed. What are the skills assessed? So the skills assessed are like this. Number 1 is your communication skills. Your communication skills. Second, your decision making skills. decision making skills. Next, negotiation skills. Negotiation skills. Your problem solving skills. Problem solving skills. And your language proficiency. And your group behavior. Your leadership skills. Your conceptual awareness. Conceptual awareness. Your persuasive skills. Persuasive skills. Almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more is there. Your presentation skills. See this, how many skills? Almost a dozen or 10 competencies are assessed, analyzed, evaluated during these group discussions. That is the reason why almost out of the 10 participants, only 1 or 2 participants will be emerged as a successful candidates in group discussion. And it is easy for recruiters or interviewers to shortlist candidates out of 500 people, out of 200 people in a short span of time. That is the best, one of the best reasons why they go for group discussion conducting in the campus interviews. So what do you mean by communication skills? Here, why communication skills are important in the group discussion? So in group discussions, if you are not able to open your mouth or your mind, and interviewers feel that, the GD panel feel that you don't have good conversational skills. So absolutely, that is the one skill which keeps you ahead of the competition, ahead of the participants. So you need to open your mind and then start sharing your ideas, sharing your opinions, sharing your thoughts, sharing your information to the other participants when you are with the group. Second, decision making skills. So how will you take a decision when other people are speaking? If somebody is contributing something, you need to speak something on their points by listening. Right? Next, negotiation skills. Negotiation skills means how well you negotiate your point without hurting the self-esteem of other people. That is very important in the group discussions. So you need to agree or disagree, but not quarrel or shout or even strongly oppose the opinions of other people. This is GD. It is not a debate. If it is a debate, you can shout and thump the chairs, or you can do anything. But here, no. So the recruiters look for negotiation skills there. Next, problem solving skills. Problem solving skills means when the topics, so one of the topics like corruption in India, how to curb it, how to control it, how to solve it, how to eradicate, how to remove from India. So if this kind of problematic issues are given for discussion, you need to give solutions, justifiable solutions you should provide during the group discussion. So how will you analyze and then offer solutions to the problems they will see in problem solving skills. Next, language proficiency. This is where people always make their success. Language, if you present yourself through proficiency in English language, then you can be more confident of participating in English. This is only one reason why people get afraid of participating in the group discussions, especially non-native speakers of English language. Why many people get afraid of GD? Just because of that language shortage in language proficiency. But to improve that, the more you participate in the group discussions, the more you get elevated to the success. Next, language behavior, group behavior. Group behavior, individually we will be very nice. We are so smart, sometimes street smart also. But when it comes to in the group, when you are in the group, your behavior changes. Depends upon the other people, because you will become the victim of your own people or own environment, and then you get carried away by their emotions, you get carried away by their opinions, you get carried away by their thoughts. So how do you present yourself in a group? They will see, because you are going to work with groups of people in the workplace, many people in the workplace. Next, leadership skills. So not everybody can emerge as a leader in the group discussion, but you can do that. It is possible. Everyone can lead the team. Anyone can emerge as a leader. So your leadership skills also will be assessed. How they will see whether you are giving the chance to other people after your contribution. Many people generally, what do? They keep on speaking without giving the chance to other participants. That is not leadership skill. Demonstrating your leadership skill is, once you communicate your ideas, once you express your thoughts, give the chance to other people, and sometimes ask them, what do you think of this, Mr. Raju? What do you think of this point, Vinay? Like that. So you can use their names, motivate them, and mobilize their ideas. Next, conceptual awareness. Conceptual awareness means subject knowledge. For example, general awareness. Like if interviewer gives you the topic like international terrorism, how well you are aware of this general political economic issues in the country. So this kind of general awareness they access through this conceptual awareness. If you read newspapers extensively and excessively, you will come to know what is happening in India, what is happening in the world, what is happening in your place. So that is very important. General awareness is very important for participating in a group discussions. Next, persuasive skills. Persuasive skills means convincing abilities. How will you convince your point to the other people without defending, without threatening the other people? So sometimes if people oppose your opinions, you should be very intelligent enough to again justify your statements. Next, presentation skills. Presentation skills means you need to give your presentation in such a way that without giving any chance to deviation of your topic. Sometimes what happens, people start talking about one topic and they deviate and they go with other topics. It doesn't make any success in your part. So when it comes to this presentation skills, you should be very focused in your participation related to that topic. Right? So these are the skills assessed in a group discussion, and maintaining these or displaying, demonstrating, presenting all these skills at one go in during the period of 10 minutes is really Herculean task. This is really big deal for many people. This is really challenging for many freshers today. That is the reason why they get afraid the moment they announce we have a GD. So are you clear with this one? Now if they assess this many skills in interviews or especially in the group discussion, so how do you display? How do you demonstrate? So we have very beautiful techniques, very powerful information techniques to get through this to crack this juries. How to crack this juries? Simply by following some etiquettes of jury. If you follow some etiquettes of jury, it becomes so easy for us to crack the juries first time itself and go to the getting shortlisted for next round of interviews. So what are those things we will talk about? Those are, I call it as a GD etiquettes. GD etiquettes. GD etiquettes. Etiquettes means manners. What to do, what not to do. As simple as that. Do's and don'ts. What are the important things we should do when we are participating in the juries? The most important part when we are participating in the jury, one, always be participative in the jury. No other person will help you, no other person will inject you and motivate you, instigate you, trigger you. No. So always you need to be initiative. Be initiative in the jury. Number one point is be initiative in your participation. So always, second important point is always be attentive to the details of other people. When other person is talking, you should be very good at listening. Then you can frame your own ideas on the opinions of other people. Otherwise, you will simply miss lot of crucial information. You cannot create your own ideas unless you listen. So be attentive and be active in listening to other people. Next, maintain eye contact with all the participants. When you are maintaining eye contact with all the participants, it shows that you are very curious, you are very intelligent enough, you are very diligent enough, you are very active enough. The jury panel will always feel that this person is very active in the jury, even though his contribution is less. That is how the jury panel will feel that. So maintain positive body language, that is sitting appropriate and maintaining eye contact and being alert always and giving attention to the other people. And one more important GD do's, GD etiquettes: speak slowly. Always speak slowly yet clearly. It is not like public speaking. It is not like presentation skills. It is only the participation among the jury, among the group. So when you are participating, always no hurry, no tension. You just be as comfortable as possible, be cool and share your opinions slowly. Next, initiate yourself every time and always use professional formal uses of language. Always use formal professional uses of language, like yes, I do agree with you, no, I do not go with your words, otherwise I partially agree with your opinions and I partly agree with your ideas, friends. This is how you should participate politely, formally and actively, but never be aggressive. You can be assertive but not aggressive. Next important point is be diplomatic in GD. Be diplomatic. You be comfortable and then adaptable and negotiable in your participation. It is not like a debate, because as I said, like debate is completely different from GD. Debate is you can highlight your points like anything, but sometimes some people might have gone through the newspapers, and if they come with the statistics, you should be listening to them. You should be agreeing with them. Sometimes even though you try to contradict with them, but never do that very harshly. So be adaptable, negotiable, and diplomatic in your approach. Never be aggressive. So these are the few things. If you can keep in our mind, participating in the GD is not a big deal. You can flying colors, and apart from this, we need to follow some don'ts. Don'ts are also very important. We know what to do, but if we don't know what we what we are not supposed to do, absolutely we make mistakes. Most of the mistakes happen here, not here. So what are those don'ts we should do? Number one, don't start off the GD with conclusion statement. Many people tend to give conclusions at the beginning, solutions at the beginning. When we are asked to discuss and come out with the solutions in the GDs, we are not supposed to give solutions at the beginning. For example, corruption in India. So all of a sudden, if we say, yes sir, if we change the political system in India, then we can easily curb corruption in India. No. You discuss why the corruption is happening and what are the root causes of this corruption. When did it start? How did it start? How the present situation? You need to discuss in length about all these things. When you discuss about all these things, then you will come to know, yes, what is happening here. Then you can give solutions. Then you can absolutely come out with your solutions regarding the JD. Next one. Don't use excessive phrases like I totally disagree with you. I totally disagree with you. And second one is I absolutely agree with you. I totally agree with you, or I totally disagree with you. This kind of excessive phrases, avoid them, because these excessive phrases will never yield results. They will never yield results. Why? You are exaggerating. Rather exaggerating, be exact. So in the GDs, always be exact but not exaggerating, and don't use this kind of I totally disagree with you. Rather than you can go with yes, I partly agree with you, otherwise I partly to some extent I accept your points, like that. Next one, next important one. Don't interrupt the other people frequently. When somebody is speaking, when somebody is sharing his opinions, when somebody is airing his views, you just give them chance. You listen to them. You just listen to them patiently. You will get to know many things. You will start getting new ideas to participate. But if you interrupt in between, what happens? You are breaking the ideas of other people, and you are ruining your chances to win in the GDs. That is the one difficulties many students face. They think that if they don't speak much, if they don't speak good ideas, they feel that they are not going to be selected. It is not like that. As I said, group discussion is not like a presentation. It is about discussion among the group. Discussion among the group. Now, another important don'ts. Don't be aggressive, be assertive. Many people, they take GD as their personal. Don't take the GD as your personal topic, family topic. That is the reason why many people become so emotional in the GDs. Freshers, I conducted almost hundreds of GD sessions so far across 2 to 3 states in India, almost 100 plus engineering colleges. Almost everywhere people start becoming emotional when they start participating in the group discussions, because the reason is they take the GD as their own personal topic, their family topic, like that. It happened in one of my group discussions in somewhere 2 years back. One among 5 to 10 participants, one girl and one boy, they were contradicting their opinions and discussing the things like that, love versus arranged marriages. When the boy was talking about, like, yes, I don't go with love marriages because I am the only one person, I am the only one son in my family. So if I go with love marriages, my parents get hurt and I am not the true right son for my parents. Then this lady, another the person who is sitting opposite to him, she all of a sudden she stood and then saying that, you know that my parents accept love marriages. I am in love and I go with only love marriages. She was coming and then discussing and shouting at him, and I said, this is not the way we need to participate. Never ever take GD as your personal family topic. This is a general topic to be discussed and arrive conclusions, arrive solutions. Next. Don't repeat any word, any sentence again and again. You can give different statistics. You can give different statistics, different ideas, different information. But when it comes to repeating the same, it shows that the GD panel thinks that you don't have good information. And one more, apart from all these things, one more information is never look at the time. Never look at the watch. Never look outside. And one more important point is never greet the GD panel like, good morning sir, good morning friends, like that. No. You just, as soon as you are given the topic, you get along with your friends by greeting, good morning friends, I would like to initiate the GD topic, that is corruption in India. Go with that topic for 1 minute, speak for 1 minute and hand over the topic to other people by saying that I would like to invite your opinions on this. This is how you participate, but rather than greeting the GD panel. And another beautiful point, many people make mistake. They always stand on their own points. Never ever sit on your fence. Don't sit on the fence. Means FENCE. Fence means stubborn. Don't sit on the fence. That means don't sit on the fence. That means don't be stubborn. Be flexible. Because how can you say you are right? See, for instance, if you are going through the newspaper Hindu, some person comes from Economic Times. Some person reads Times of India. The same news is delivered, the same news is broadcasted different ways with different statistics by different newspapers. How can you say you are right? No authentic information is given in the newspapers. One editor describes one situation in a different way. You see one general political issue in any newspaper on the same particular day. All the newspapers cover the same issue but differently, but with the different ideas, with the different thoughts, because different editors, different writers write, not the same writer does. So they put their own personal experience in the articles. So you cannot say mine is correct, yours is wrong. Sometimes we need to be flexible. Never ever sit on the fronts. And the last important point, do always remember about your body language. Don't use unprofessional, informal uses of body language, like sitting posture. Look at this sitting posture, how we do. Sitting posture should be always very comfortable, and you can sit very alertly and with a straight upright body posture, always alert posture, not relaxed, not you can discuss about that and I'll talk later. Not like that. You always be alert like this, and you keep listening to all the participants. Look at all the people. The moment you are listening and maintaining eye contact with all the people, even people think that yes, this person is amazing. The GD panel will think that yes, this guy is really so nice, and he is good at listening to the other people. He is displaying his leadership skills and maintaining team skills. The more you listen, the more you gain the information. When you gain the information, you will obviously participate. So never look down. Some people, when the other participants are participating, the people always look down. Otherwise, looking outside. No looking outside. Only look at the participants, and don't play with pen. Many people play with the pen and they shake their hands and they keep on dragging the legs behind, not crossing their legs, or even sitting cross-legged. Sitting cross-legged is not appropriate for group discussions. It is not like an official meeting in the company. It is only formal meeting in the GD. During this GD process, never ever sit like this. It shows that you are, sometimes what happens, if we sit, it is fine, but all of a sudden, if they are not, few people are not comfortable, we put like this. The moment we put like this, what happens? Obviously, it is you are showing the your shoes to other person. You are insulting the other person. You are not respecting the other person. So it is showing that. Never use this kind of body language when you are in a group discussions. And GD panel will never feel good about your body language. Body language should be more professional, perfect, and formal and appropriate to the occasion. Right. So if we follow these do's and don'ts of GDs, cracking the GD is not a big deal. It is as like a it's a cakewalk. For many people, it is a nightmare. You know what is the nightmare? Like